What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Sister Radio Show. I am your favorite sister, Narkelia. I hope y'all are doing great on this Tuesday, and I hope that you have had a great week since the last time I spoke to you. Today is the last Tuesday of July, and we're going to close it out with our expectations versus reality series, and today it's going to be focused on friendship. You know, I hold that word very near and dear to my heart. Not everyone gets to have the label of friend in my life. You know, some people are easily accepting of calling people friends. I am not one of those people. I take it so seriously because most of my friends over my lifetime have become like family, and so not everyone is deserving of or gets that friend title. And of course, over the years too, I've had some expectations regarding what friendship is, which is how I've gotten to the type of person I am now, where not everyone gets that title. But I definitely want to share with you guys some of the expectations that I had and still have. I still have expectations regarding friendships and the realities of friendship and how it really goes down. But before I get into, I guess it all rounds into it. It goes into it. But I posted today a Transformation Tuesday photo on my IG, Your Favorite Sister. And I found my yearbook over the weekend, which I had not seen my yearbook in probably like maybe 10 years, to be honest with you guys. So I found my yearbook and I, captured this photo of myself from my yearbook. And it was my senior superlative photo. And if, your school didn't have senior superlatives, it was really just students that, maintain a certain grade point average. Those students were singled out as senior superlatives, and they were asked in the yearbook to give what was next out of high school and, what they would be doing when they finish college or wherever they're going, like what's their career path. And so, first of all, mine was like I was going to attend Fort Valley and negative Albany State, go to Rams. And then the other one was that I was going to become a gynecologist, which was like when I got to college, and I did start as a biology major. I was going to go on that path. I was like, I wasn't feeling it. I'm not a science major, or I didn't want to be a doctor. Just didn't fit me. Didn't fit my passions or what I like to do. And then I went on in the yearbook, kept going, and read my last will and testament, which was so funny. And the friends that I shouted out in my last will and testament, I mean, of course, we follow each other on IG and things like that, but those people are not who I consider in that friend circle. And it just made me think about how when you're at high school, like, you're thinking, man, these are going to be friends forever. And some of the stupid stuff you do with and for these folks, you're thinking, like, man, we're going to just be friends. And a lot of those friendships didn't even last past, me entering college. A lot of times, because people go down different paths after high school, those relationships, and not because you're mad at each other necessarily, but those relationships kind of fizzle because you're interested in different things and you start to meet different people and start building these other relationships, and then slowly you're just like drifting apart till you wake up one day, like I did when reading or looking through my yearbook, and like, dang, where are these people even? Like, and some of these I don't follow on social media. I don't even know if they are on social media. And these days, a lot of us don't use our real names on social media. We have usernames. So I definitely, have no idea where some of these people who were actually my friends, I called them friends, hung out with them, exchanged secrets with them probably, but they just drift apart. So if any young person is out there listening, if you remain friends, because me and my bestie, actually, we've been friends since 10th grade, so we withstood the test of time. But it's okay if when you go on your life's journey, that people disappear, because that leaves room for other people to come in, and you keep learning on this journey. But anywho, let me get into these expectations, because the expectations part goes more quickly than the realities, because the realities is where we go in. So one of my first expectations with friendship is that a friend would be someone that we can tell the unfiltered, blunt truth to. Like, you can tell me, girl, take them pants off. I should be able to tell you, girl, them shoes is not going. Like, and we be okay with that. You should be able to tell me, all right now, you putting on a few, what's going on, and I should be able to do the same, to whoever I call friend. The other piece, and we talked about this before, and another expectation versus reality, because this piece is important in any type of relationship, but loyalty. I expect whoever I call friend to be loyal, to have my back, someone that I can count on and depend on, to be there when I need the most, someone that I don't have to worry about if I share this with them, are they going to share it with someone else. Another expectation is, and here's this quantity over quality, I expect that if we've been friends for 15 years, that, hopefully you're one of my best friends, that hopefully our bond is so tight because we've been friends so long that nothing can come between it. I know you're loyal. I shouldn't have to question your loyalty. We've been friends for a lifetime, just about. And then another one is that I expect friends, and like I said a little bit ago, is that I want friends to be like family. That's my expectation. My expectation is that we're going to grow to be like family. I have a cookout or something, you the first person I'm calling. And then last but not least, I expect a friend to be a confidant. I should be able to trust you with things that I wouldn't tell the world. Sometimes trust you with things I wouldn't even share with, like, my mom and dad. That's how I value you as a friend. That's what I expect for you to be able to hold it. People shouldn't be able to easily get what I've told you out of them, and you should be itching and burning as soon as we get off the phone or leave each other to tell my business. Because that's going to be a real problem later. But, I almost got into the realities, which I'm about to get into the realities right now. So, the reality in that first expectation, which is unfiltered truth, that blunt honesty, people say they want the truth when they're close to you. But a lot of people don't want the truth, y'all. A lot of people want things to be sugarcoated to them. A lot of people like beating around the bush. And those same people don't like admitting that, because it sounds cooler to say, shoot, give it to me raw. I like the truth. If you don't, it's okay. You might like a different version of the truth, but be real with yourself, because, I've had friends where, and if you guys have listened to me over time now, I'm kind of just cut and dry with it. This is what it is. Even if, with my opinion is my opinion, but I'm stating it matter-of-factly, because that's how I feel about my opinion. I could be proven wrong, but whatever. I'm going to say what I say. I said what I said. I did what I did. I own up to it. We keep it moving. If I'm wrong, I apologize, and we still keep it moving. But I've had friends where you know, they've asked for my advice. Because I try not to give advice unless you ask, because I hate when people do that to me. Don't volunteer advice, please. Thank you. But, you know, I've had friends that ask me for advice. And when I give them my honest opinion that you've asked me for, they've gotten mad. Like, after that conversation, I don't hear from you for like 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like, oh, what's up? And those types of friends, they never really tell you what's wrong. They're very passive aggressive. You almost have to guess. And sometimes in my case, I've had to find out from a secondary friend what the problem is, which is like, you know, we grown, boo. Who has time to play Inspector Gadget with people's feelings? No one does it. If we are friends, I expect you to just come to me with it. Like if there's an issue, if I've done something or you didn't like something, the same way I was honest with you when you asked me for your opinion, the same way you could have came back and been like, you know, Q, I was not feeling the way you said that. I didn't like what you said. And I'm going to take that in. I will understand. Now, what I do next, though, you know, either I'm going to like fall back from you, because I don't like to change myself, really. I mean, I am a person, and that could be stubbornness or whatever. I don't think so, but I think anyone who is entering into any type of relationship with you, whether that's a friend, or whether that's a romantic partner, even family relationships, I feel like people should take people for who they are, and not for the expectations. Because, you know what? I'm taking you for what I think, the softie that you are. I'm going to take you for what you are. You know, and I'm going to like, okay, adjust accordingly. You probably won't be that person I call that often, because I can't realistically talk to you how I would like to talk, because I'm not here to demean you. But if you ask me something honestly, I'm going to give you, you know, my truth or what I think, you know. But overall, my friends who are my actual friends could say, shit, when we get together, we about to have fun. We about to have some deep conversations, because y'all know I like to take it there. And we gonna have a good time overall. And no one is disrespecting one another, but we also can handle the truth if we ask for it from one another. So that's what I expect. And if I'm allowing you to be yourself, but you can't allow me to be myself, then you kind of gotta move into the associate column. You know, I definitely believe in the associates. The associates might be the people I might invite you out to a party with me, you know, because we ain't got to really hold a conversation. We here to dance and drink and stuff. You know, associates, I might invite you to an event, but they might not be the person you invite over your house for like intimate conversations, or call on the phone, or, you know, I'm a texter too. I will have a full ass text conversation. They might not be that person I'm going to do that with, just because, you know, I can't be myself with you. So we're not really friends. If I can't be myself with you, I'm not your friend. We're just associates. You're only going to get like this half of me. You're not getting all of me. The other one, which is always a big one, loyalty. Loyalty. And the thing that's been a reality for me, that has been just such a sad reality, that I have to make sure I don't let those things carry over into like a new friendship with someone, is that I do not like if I tell you something as a friend and I hear that thing from somebody who I didn't tell it to. Like, I don't like that. Or I don't like when, and this kind of goes to what I was just saying, I don't like when you have an issue with me and I once again hear that issue through another person. That really rubs me the wrong way, because I feel like now you're talking about me behind my back, because I'm pretty sure you didn't just say, oh, Narkel, you made me mad, and then that was a period after that, and y'all just went on to another conversation. Typically, if you vent about a person to another person, y'all are going to be talking about that person for a little minute, and you're probably going to say some things about that person that you, A, are probably truly feeling, but wouldn't say to that person's face, which I feel like you should. But you're gonna cross that line into being like a backstabber, and I just can't have that. Like, you know, of course, I'm not spying on people. I don't know every time it happens. It could be happening to people I do call friends. I don't know it, but when I find out about it, bruh, you're probably not even going to the associate column. You're probably just going into the goodbye column and don't text me or call me no more column. And when I see you, I might speak because I'm a little petty. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, girl," but ain't no hugs or nothing. But I'm cordial. My mom and dad taught me manners, so I speak in public. I won't be a bitch. Maybe it depends on the day. Who knows? But I'm gonna strive not to be. But I expect that loyalty. But I haven't always gotten it. I mean, I've been on this earth 32 years and probably been making friends. What age do you start really making friends that you can really start to tell like who for you and who not? I'm gonna say about 5th grade. Actually, I can honestly remember a time where I came into realizing the friend factor and how people operate. I can really say 3rd grade. I remember, thinking these little girls were my friends, and then remember them getting me to try to fight somebody in 3rd grade. So, things kind of progress quickly in life, and you don't, as a child and even as a parent, you don't want your child exposed to the ills of the world, so to speak. But things happen early. With each generation, things happen earlier and earlier. I mean, hell, you got 2-year-olds now knowing how to use a phone. So I can only imagine they're going to know what backstabbing is in like 1st grade. But, unfortunately, I've had to, and I take that back. It's not unfortunately, it's fortunate because I like learning from those experiences, even though, I like avoiding mistakes, but those experiences help round you out as a person, helps sand some of those edges out. So I'm grateful for the people who showed me disloyalty because they showed me what loyalty is, how loyalty should look and what to look out for in certain people so that I don't give them the chance to be disloyal. Because a lot of people now, I go out places. I do converse with women. I love being around Black women. I think we are amazing. Women of color in general, I think we're amazing. I think we offer so much beauty to the world, intellectually, spiritually, physically, all of that. But I also know human beings are human beings. And as much as I love empowerment, I also am a good reader of people. I'm still not just all trusting around people. When I pick up on certain vibes from people, I'm side-eyeing, because I'm not going to put myself in a situation to where I let you in my circle and in my friendship because I hold it so dearly and give you that chance to be disloyal to me. So I definitely have taken those experiences from the past and let them help me make better friendship decisions in my present and more than likely in my future too, because I definitely side-eye people, and a lot of times my friends like, you should give them a chance, and I'm like, girl, and I'm not a psychic, I'm not a medium or nothing, but I'm like, girl, I see trouble ahead from that person, and I don't say I told you so, but I've been in some I told you so situations with friends. Like in my head I've been like, girl, yeah, I told you, but you ain't want to listen. But whatever. Another reality, once again, this quantity over quality. Bruh, just because someone has been your friend for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, does not necessarily mean they right for you. It does not, and it's sad because you really feel like it should. Like, even though I've been hurt by this particular expectation, I still feel like, bruh, like, if we've been friends 10, 20 years, I got you, bruh. Ain't not a thing nobody can say about you around me without me shutting it down immediately. I ain't about to listen so I come back to report it. No, I'm shutting it down immediately. Like, there's not a thing anyone can do towards you. I got you in every sense of the phrase, I got you. But, you know, the reality is, everybody isn't here for you just because you guys have been knowing each other for decades or for 8 years, or because shoot, I really feel like 5 years or more if we've been friends. We are like we at that family. Like, I feel like we should be. But and I'll let you guys in on this one friendship story, which just really broke my heart, like, because, and I was just saying, we are human beings. We carry insecurities with us. We carry, unresolved psychological issues with us into relationships with people, friendships included. So I had this friend, we had been friends at that point for probably like 8 or 9 years at that time. Yeah. 8 or 9, maybe 7 to 9. I'm going to say 8 or 9, whatever. And so, and I was letting her, or asked her, to be a part of one of my ventures, business-wise. And, she accepted. And so when we were entering into this business venture and doing certain activities for it, I kind of really felt like she wasn't really into it, or when I would ask her to do something for it, she would be like, it was like pulling teeth. And I'm the type of person, when I ask you to do something for me, I'm going to give you the expectations in advance, because I want you to tell me then, before you say yes, or before you make a decision, whether or not, you would be down for this. And really what I asked was only like 2 bullet points. Like, it was really, I don't want to get too deep into it. But anywho, so, I had reached out to her and I was like, hey, I noticed that when I ask things, you don't really sound like you want to do this, that, and the third. And I literally said, just let me know if you still want to be a part of this or not. We can keep it going. Y'all, I got hit back with like a 4-page letter worth of stuff. And the stuff started out with like, you asking too much for me. I done signed up for this. And then, and that part about the business part, okay. Even though I did, give you expectations, okay. But then the 4-page letter went into like, and you always thinking you in charge. And then even back 3 years ago, I didn't like the way you blah, blah, blah. Like, it went into like some very nasty words and some things from like 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 years ago, damn near to when we first met, things that I was taken aback. Like, first, whoa, ho. And then second, like, whoa. Like, and it was text message. I told y'all I like text message. But it was things that this person had been holding on to for years against me that I had no clue about in all of our conversations and all of our times we hung out together. I just had no clue about. And it was like they were waiting for this particular time when I truly didn't even come to them in any type of, malicious way or anything. It was really just like, hey, just let me know if it's not what you want to do anymore. It's, people wait on moments to just, boom, let me lay this down. And, after I got over the words that this person said. I started to think back, because that's one thing I do when people like go on a rant on me or try to quote unquote tell me about myself or whatever they think they're doing. The first thing I do is an internal self-check first. Now, I'll be like, well, damn, Q, like, were you doing this? And, like, was this happening? And then the second thing I do is ask a trusted friend. So I, show my trusted friend the conversation, the full conversation, because I believe in showing my part. And that's why, honestly, that's why I love text. Text is receipts. Via text, you can't, tell a one-sided story. I want you to read all sides of this story. Just let me know. And when trusted friend was like, nah, that was foul right there. That person was out of pocket. So then, okay, now that I've gotten me out the way, I know that I didn't come at you crazy. So then I started looking at our friendship over the years. I started looking at things that person told me, about their insecurities and about, where they were mentally and things they have been going through. And then I look at little things, because, you never catch little things in between in friendships or any relationship till it's over. Then I started thinking about little times that she might have took a little slight jab at me, but I was, I'm very confident and sure about myself. I just am. And I thank my parents for that, really. But so I never really took it any kind of way. But then, when this pops off, now I'm starting to look at things like, she did do that a couple of times. Oh, I remember when she said that little slick thing. But whatever. I'll let it slide, because that's what you do. You let things slide. Or you kind of like laugh them off like, girl, you do. And because I'm also not a sensitive person either. So, you might throw a little jab at me. I'll be like, I see you. You got me, but whatever. And so, and while I sympathized with where she might be in whatever insecurity or whatever she was going through psychologically, you ain't gonna be my friend no more. Like, this person deleted from my contacts, deleted from my social media, because, the things that were said. Because when people say things when they're angry, they mean them. Even if they come back and apologize, you're still gonna side eye that person, even though this person did not come back and apologize. But, but in my mind, and even right now, I still wish her like the best in everything, because I want all of us to win. I do. I love us too much to wish anything else on us. But even though I'm empathetic, I don't even know if I'm empathetic, because I can't be in them shoes. Even though I'm sympathetic, say that, we can't be friends no more. And even though I've forgiven you for me, forgiveness does not mean that we finna be friends again. It just doesn't. So that was my story about this quantity over quality, because I really expected us to be better than that. And instead of you holding in whatever issues you had from 5 years before, I expect you to have told me 5 years before, and not to be piling on or, composing this list as things went on over the years to rant on me and to like go ham. Like, this, it's crazy. So yeah, quality, we gotta put quality over quantity, because I'm all about how you treat me now. I'm not finna just let you slide with things just because we've been friends forever. No. How you treat me now is going to determine what our future looks like. If you treat me like shit now, you won't be in my future. You just won't. I don't care if we've been friends 10 years before that. If today If we've been friends 10 years and today you decide to tell my business, or today you decide to start being disloyal, then our future will not be one. We won't have a future together. That's it. And that family-like connection, that expectation that friends would be like family. And you know what? I really just blame my bestie for making me have all these high expectations, because we are like sisters. Like, and even though I have wonderful sisters, but they're much older than me. I am the baby of my family. My sisters are 11 and 15 years older than me. So she's like the sister I always wanted to be like my age, and we share all these things together. Like, we like family. And even some of my recent friends I've met, shout out to Kat and Mickey, like, they're like family to me, you know. I expect that. We all have a similar expectation around friendship, and because of that, we meet those expectations and we have a good fucking time. That is that. So I expect like that family-like connection, that like when we get together, it's just this synergy. Like, we just connect. We just like, bro, we loving the same music. We ready to turn up at the same. Hell, even me and my best friend was ready to nap at the same time. I went to visit her, my god baby, and my bestie-in-law. And like, she and I were even ready to nap at the same time, to eat at the same time, and to turn up at the same time. But we just like, it's just like family. Or even my best friend cousin Hope, who's also the political plug. We just are in sync, you know, and we actually are family, but all my family I'm not in sync with. But like, and that's why I call her my best friend cousin. Because we are just in sync, and I look for that in friendship. Like, I don't like when I have a friend that, okay, so let's say we going to brunch, because this has happened. We going to brunch, and everybody at brunch is lit with mimosas, bottomless, what's up? And you Debbie Downer. Like, why at least why isn't our positive energy changing your mood? Like, now you bringing the party down, and now I'm ready for you to go. Like, I don't like that, because that kind of and not that because we're friends you have to be on my same page all the time, but when that happens every time we're together, you about to start going less into the friend category and more into the associate category. And that's just what it is. I'm sorry, not sorry. That's just how I view things. Like, if that happens one time, I'm like, I'm probably gonna be like, girl, let's talk later. Let's see what's going on. But if every time we're supposed to be social and jovial, you're Debbie Downer, or it has to be a woe is me, that's an unattractive friend for me. Because I believe friends can be attractive and unattractive too. That's an unattractive trait as a friend, because I'm a positive person and I like uplifting people. However, it can get very exhausting to have to uplift somebody every single time you're together. Every encounter we have, it's me being Ayala. I can't. That is exhausting. And when do I get to share my issues or my problems? Like, a friendship is a two-way street. Everybody got shit going on. Everybody got issues. We all have to check on each other. And a lot of times I am in certain friendship circles, because I do have various friendship circles. A lot of times I'm the strong friend, so people don't really, feel like I got nothing going on. And a lot of that too is because I am private. I handle emotions differently than a lot of people, and than a lot of women, really. I just do whatever. But hey, I like to have the, you doing okay thing. And even though I am doing okay most of the time, but shit, at least you asked. I want to be asked. But it's exhausting to have that Debbie Downer around. And just it's exhausting too to have friends that aren't in sync with you, because it's kind of like, oh, okay, like I don't know what this person vibe finna be on today. And I'm the type that I don't like walking on eggshells. I just want to walk. So that not having that family-like connection starts to put that person more into the associate category, where I kind of just hit them up sometimes, but not all the time. But also, I like friends where, like, I know, me and my bestie, you're gonna get tired of me saying my bestie. We don't have to talk every day for the connection to be there. Shoot, I remember when she was deployed. Shoot, we probably didn't talk often, but when we did connect, it was like we didn't miss a beat, because that's just that family-like connection. We didn't miss a beat. It is silly. Even one of my homegirl, Brittany, I don't know, I just put an S on her name. What up, Britt? But, we got mad synergy. We both goofy as hell. We have certain things that, we like in life that are like, we just like really similar when I think about it. But anywho, we can go, like, I probably went months without seeing Brittany. As soon as I linked up with Brittany, we like mad goofy. Like, we never missed a beat. And that's what I love. It's like a family-like connection. I just love that. But the last thing, though, I have to touch on about the reality of is a friend being a confidant. And I kind of touched on that piece with loyalty, but if I have to side-eye you, which I have over the years, I can honestly say currently, none of my friends disappoint my expectations at this current time in life. None of my friends disappoint my expectations. People that I actually call friends, which I'm so happy about. And I just like, oh my God, thank you. But over the years, I've had to side-eye people when I've considered sharing my business, because like I said, I'm private. I don't like people in my personal life. I'm private like a celebrity, and don't nobody even care about my ass. Like, don't nobody even care about your business like that. Why are you that private? Because it's mine. I'm selfish with my business. This is my business. You don't have a right to know my story and what's going on with me unless I tell you. So, I don't like it if and when I have to side-eye whether or not I can share something with you intimate about myself or about a situation that's going on with me. It's really disheartening if I have to side-eye somebody that's a friend, or, well, in the past when I've had to side-eye somebody that was a friend. And sometimes, when you're younger, even when you see those signs of side-eyeing people and things like that, you still don't have the courage enough, even for yourself, to drop them down from the friend level to maybe associate to maybe nothing. It's so difficult. Well, it was difficult for me, I'd say, when I was younger, to take that title away from people. And a lot of times it was that quantity thing. I felt like, man, we've been friends 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Like, I know they've done this thing, but we're still friends. And it's like, being in my 30s and even in my late 20s coming into no, baby, they don't get this title. They don't deserve it. They don't, with any title that you have in your life, whether it's on your job, in your relationship, whatever. If you're not putting in the work, you about to have your title stripped. You're about to be fired. And you have to fire people from your life that are not adding value to it. I don't care how long they've been in your life. If they're not adding value to your life, and that doesn't mean that people are like materialistically giving you things or financially giving you things, but if they don't add to your inner peace, if they're causing turmoil, if they're causing stress, that is not added value. you don't have to be there. That person doesn't have to be in your life, obviously, because you can do bad all by your damn self. But it can be difficult when you've had friends for so long to let it go. I mean, had that person I told you guys about a little while ago, had that conversation or that vent that she went in or her going in happened years before that, I might have came back later after I cooled down, like, we need to talk about this. Our friendship is better than this. No, in my late 20s, because that's when it happened. I was in my late 20s. No, bruh, I was in the, you showed me your true colors. While I forgive you and I want you to have a successful and happy life, that life does not have to be shared with me as a friend. No, because I don't trust you. I don't trust you with my innermost secrets. I don't trust you not to be talking about me behind my back at this point. And we can't even share unfiltered truth with each other. Because even though, throughout the years I've been honest with you, you haven't been with me, obviously, because you've been holding on to things for so long. So, you just got to be able to cut it off and find peace in cutting it off. There's no peace like when a negative person leaves your life or when you force them out your life. There's a certain happiness and a certain weight that lifts off your shoulder that you just can't explain. And even though for that past friendship, I didn't, choose to cut her off, she forced me to, there was this sort of weight that lifted, like, whew, that I didn't even, like I said, till after and I started reflecting on our friendship over the years, I didn't even know the weight was there. Sometimes you don't even know the weight is there until it's gone. And you're like, why do I feel so light? Oh, I know why. Because this person is gone. And it is what it is. And, people don't like to say things like that because it doesn't sound politically correct or whatever. But screw that. Like, it is what it is. Certain people bring a weight and a burden to your life that when they're gone, it just is lifted and it feels great. And that's what it is. So that was it on friendships in that expectations versus reality. I hope you guys have enjoyed the expectations versus reality series. And shout out to Shay Mack for being on the last episode. And next month is vent sessions. So, of course, when we started this new format of the show, I definitely want to still always center this show around positivity, around sharing my stories in hopes that it'll help somebody, and sharing in the hopes that someone will be empowered. Next month is going to be the vent sessions, where I get to talk about all the things that I haven't talked about in so long and vent about them. Things like politics, things like race relations, things like marriage and relationships, and those topics that I don't necessarily or won't actually do a whole series around. Like, I'm not going to do a whole series around politics because, no, it's too negative. But I think it is healthy for all of us to vent sometimes. And I think me venting on air with you guys will help you guys to go ahead and vent and get this stuff out so that we can move on and we can keep being positive. We can keep that inner peace and that happiness going. We can release these things out to the world. So vent sessions is going to be next month. You guys stay tuned in every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. I'm going to have a special guest or two on those shows next month. So be on the lookout for those folks. I'm very excited about having them on. Of course, follow us on IG. The IG for Sister Sister is sister.radio. Our Facebook, Sister Sister Radio Show, or you can find us on Facebook by @SisterSister. Same thing, Twitter @SisterSister. And if you guys just like to see what I'm up to as host, You can follow me at Your Favorite Sister. That's an AH at the end of sister, always and forever. But I thank you guys as usual for tuning in, for supporting. I thank you all. I love you all so much, and I am forever grateful and forever humbled by this experience. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you are a Black woman entrepreneur and you like to co-host a show like my homegirl Shay Mack did, you can definitely email me at sistersister.info@gmail.com. That's sister, S-I-S-T-E-R, sister, SISTAH.info@gmail.com. I love to have you guys on as co-hosts. I love to share this conversation with other women. And I love to, get your business out there. Let your business have some of this audience, steer them towards your page, offer your products and services to a new target audience. I'm all about that. I want us to keep pushing forward Sister Sister's theme, which is educating, empowering, and uniting women of color. I'm all about that. So definitely hit me up in the email if you are interested at all in ever being a part of the show. I'm always welcome and open to have you on. So once again, I love you guys. Tune in every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Bye.